Hey everyone, it's Alex, and today I wanted to talk about Nintendo and the controversies surrounding them as of late. So, if you somehow haven't heard, Nintendo has gotten themselves into a lot of shit recently over a multitude of things. So, we're gonna start at the beginning. This happened about a month ago. So, this involves the Big House, which is a community-run Smash Brothers tournament where usually they would have an in-person event where they would have people playing Super Smash Bros. Melee and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But given the state of the world with the whole COVID pandemic situation, that kind of can't happen this year. With Smash Ultimate, it's not a problem because that game has online support even if the servers run like potatoes. But Melee, being a 20-year-old game, almost 20 years old, doesn't have online support because the GameCube did not have internet connectivity, and online games just weren't popular then. It was in its infancy. So that's where Slippy comes in. So Slippy is a mod for Melee, which allows the game to be played online. And from what I've heard, it runs better than the official Smash Ultimate servers. Now, I'm going to share my personal experience with the Smash Ultimate online servers. Unless you're playing in a battle arena with friends, they're terrible, okay? It's like, when I've done quick play matches or whatever, there's been like constant freezing, there's been a connection issue, we gotta end the game. But when I'm playing a battle arena with some friends, no hiccups of any kind. So yeah, apparently Slippy works better on a almost 20-year-old game than Nintendo's official servers for their 2-year-old game. So Nintendo does not like emulation and modding. It's kind of hypocritical given Virtual Console, NES and SNES Online, Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So basically, it's okay when they do it, but it's not okay when anyone else does it. So yeah, Nintendo did not like that they were using an emulated version of Melee and using a mod that allows Melee to be played online. So you know what Nintendo did? They hit the Big House with a fucking cease and desist. So if you don't know what a cease and desist is, it's basically a legal document written out by a lawyer or something, basically telling you, hey, we don't like what you're doing. You have this amount of time to knock it off before we pursue legal action. And it's just really scummy. They do have the legal right to do it, but it's just... come on, man. But anyway, the Big House put out a statement about it, so I'll read that off to you guys now. The Big House is heartbroken to share that we've received a cease and desist from Nintendo of America Incorporated to cancel our upcoming online event. We were informed we do not have permission to host or broadcast the event, primarily due to the usage of Slippy. Sadly, all our competitions are affected. We are forced to comply with the order and cancel the Big House Online for both Melee and Ultimate. Refund information will be sent shortly. We apologize to all those impacted. So this is just kind of scummy. Nintendo does not make good business decisions as a company. We've known that for a long time, but this is kind of a new low. Like, Nintendo isn't being financially hurt by this in any way. Super Smash Bros. Melee, as I said earlier, came out in 2001, and they're not manufacturing that game or the Nintendo GameCube anymore, so they're not missing out on anything. And Slippy is a, to my knowledge, non-profit mod that someone out of just love for Melee made, and Nintendo is still viewing it as like some sort of threat. I don't understand, man. But yeah, this is where it all started. This happened over a month ago, but well, not over a month ago. It happened last month at the time I'm recording this. Yeah, this is just a really shitty situation. So now we're gonna move on to the next part. So Splatoon, obviously another very popular Nintendo online multiplayer game. I've played it a lot. Like, I played Splatoon 2 almost nonstop from the time it came out in July 2017 up until January 2018 when a friend introduced me to a little game, you may have heard of it, called Fortnite. And I just started playing Splatoon less and less. But it is a very fun game, and it has a pretty healthy competitive scene. So Splatoon technically is an esport. But, yeah, so the Splatoon community, obviously being another online Nintendo competitive community, wanted to show their support for the big house and the whole situation surrounding their cease and desist. So there were two hashtags started after the whole big house thing erupted. Hashtag free melee and hashtag save smash. So it's just a way for people to express their frustration with the situation, primarily on Twitter. But some people in their Nintendo Switch names put like hashtag free melee and then their username, hashtag save smash, then their username, melee, then their username, stuff like that. And apparently over 30% of the competing teams in this tournament, the Splatoon 2 North American Open, had names like that. So what does Nintendo do? Do they ask them to change their names? No, they canceled the fucking event. So this obviously made the whole situation even worse for Nintendo, because they were trying to silence criticism against them. And obviously the Splatoon community was not happy about this either, so hashtag Save Splatoon was started. And yeah, just things kept coming and coming against Nintendo. The next one I'm going to talk about here is probably the scummiest one. So if you're familiar with the gaming scene on the internet, then you know who Etika is. For those who don't, Etika was a very popular member of the gaming community online. He loved Nintendo. He was probably the biggest fan of Nintendo that has ever lived and probably will ever live, in my opinion. He was basically the face of the Nintendo community. He made some really cool content. I liked it, but he was not mentally well, and unfortunately in June 2019 he took his own life. And this obviously impacted a lot of people, myself included. But yeah, Etika is still being talked about and remembered to this day, as he should be. And one of the ways people are remembering Etika is through this product made by Captain Alex called Etikons. So these are Joy-Con shells painted with his black and white slash branding that Etika is kind of known for. And his logo on the left one, and on the right Joy-Con it says Joy-Con Boys with the two Joy-Cons, because that's what Etika's fan base is called, the Joy-Con Boys. So this is a pretty cool product, and all of the proceeds from this are going to a mental health awareness charity. So it's a good product for a good cause to remember a man who left way too soon. So what does Nintendo do about this? Do they ignore it and like let it run its course because just to remember Etika, their biggest fan? No, they sent a fucking cease and desist to Captain Alex too. And you want to know why they sent this cease and desist? They didn't like that the word Joy-Con and the little drawings of the Joy-Cons were on that. I don't get it either. It's like, Etika was Nintendo's biggest fan, and for them to piss all over his grave like this, it's just unbelievable. A lot of Captain Alex's other things, like Pokemon-themed controllers and stuff, were taken down too, or they were subject to the cease and desist. But it's still pretty scummy. It's like, Nintendo could have just been like, hey, we would have usually taken action against this, but since it's for a good cause and to remember someone who tragically committed suicide, and it's going to mental health awareness, we'll let it slide. But no, Nintendo knows no bounds, apparently. So Captain Alex has revised the Etikons, the Etika Joy-Cons. So now instead of saying Joy-Con Boys, they say FRFX, which was one of Etika's old handles online. And I mean, it's still pretty cool. I like them. I might pick them up in the future. But it's just a shame Nintendo was... It's like, and Captain Alex isn't profiting off of the Etikons specifically either. All the money is going to JED Foundation, I think it's called. And like with the Pokemon ones, I guess you can kind of make a case there, but this, yes, Nintendo does have the legal right to do it, but morally, they should not have done this. And the last topic here surrounds Giva Sunner, which is a channel that uploads video game OSTs, and its sister channel, Siva Gunner, is one of the greatest meme channels of all time. So, whereas Giva Sunner uploads video game OSTs, Siva Gunner claims to upload video game OSTs and puts some kind of joke in there instead. They're pretty cool. I checked them both out. And so Nintendo has never liked online content creation, really. They had that stupid partner program or something that they eventually canceled. But yeah, so since Nintendo has not put any of their video game OSTs on streaming services like Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play Music, Amazon Prime Music, Giba Summer and other channels like it upload their OSTs for people to enjoy. Like, my favorite genre of music is video game music, including what Nintendo has made. And Nintendo has decided to mass flag Giba Summer, specifically on uploads of Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64, and Mario Kart Wii soundtrack. So, this isn't Giva Sunner / Sega Gunner's first rodeo with mass flagging either. Like, last year, around this same time, Sega Gunner got mass flagged and the channel got taken down for about 2-3 weeks when then YouTube eventually reinstated it. And, yeah, it's just really shitty of Nintendo to do this. Like, if, like, the Giga Sunner Twitter account, like, their pinned tweet is, hey, Nintendo, please put your music on streaming services. And they would delete all that stuff to financially support Nintendo. But since they haven't, this is the only way we really have. And Nintendo doesn't seem to get that. It's just really, really shitty of Nintendo to be doing these things. Like, they've made some of the best games of all time. Obviously, Super Mario Brothers, The Legend of Zelda, Metroid. They made my favorite game of all time, Earthbound. Yeah, I'm gonna just admit something right here to Nintendo, okay? Nintendo. I used an emulator on my phone to play Mother 3, the fan translation, because you guys are too fucking lazy to officially release it on the Switch.
You what?
Yeah, I did it. I did it. What are you gonna do about it? Send me a cease and desist? But yeah, if Nintendo officially localized Mother 3 as, like, I don't know, Earthbound 2 or something, and sold it for $10 on the eShop, I would buy it officially, because I like Nintendo's stuff too. Like, Nintendo's a big part of my life. The first video game I ever played was New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and that got me into gaming. So, obviously, I've stuck with this company through thick and thin. I used the Wii U as my primary console from 2013 to 2017 when the Switch came out. So, yeah, I know there's gonna be Nintendo drones out there who are like, oh, you're just a Nintendo hater. Yeah, I stuck with the Wii U, okay? I'm only one of 13 million fucking people who own that thing, okay? How am I a Nintendo hater? Like, I really like Nintendo more than pretty much any other game company. Like, I really wish people like would stop defending Nintendo on this Nintendo drones and all that. It's really shitty. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I wish Nintendo could be more like, I don't know, their former rival Sega. So Sega really supports the Sonic fan game scene. In fact, they brought on a bunch of fan game creators to make their own official Sonic game. That ended up being Sonic Mania, and it's one of the best Sonic games ever made. It's my personal favorite Sonic game, too. And it received really good reviews, so yeah, Sega supporting the Sonic fandom is really cool, and it's nice to see. Another company that really values their community in some sense is Epic Games with Fortnite. There are a bunch of Fortnite skins that started off as community-made concepts on, like, Reddit and Twitter, and then Epic liked them so much that they put the person's concept in the game. Haunted Hills from Chapter 1 was a fan-made location, and they added it with the Chapter 1 Season 2 map update. Multiple item adjustments and suggestions even were thrown around by the community. Like, Slurp Juice got a huge revamp thanks to the community. The Grappler was added thanks to the community. Basically, Nintendo, what you have to learn from Sega and Epic Games is that community is what's keeping you up and running. And you have to start appreciating your fan base. Nintendo hates their fan base. Plain and simple. They should learn from this, move on, and just love their community and embrace them going forward. But yeah, that's really all I have to say on this. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.